What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic. Shout out to everybody. We here. Appreciate everybody subscribing and sharing and keeping the Boxing Clinic alive. And without y'all, it wouldn't be alive. So I appreciate it. But told y'all guys, I had a one piece left for y'all. I'm gonna make it a two piece for the night. Get ready to turn it in. And I'm gonna come back with the Billy Joe Saunders, David Lemieux video sometime tomorrow, and a new updated pound for pound list for you pound for pound heads. But today I asked which fight is better? Which fight do you want to see? And it's no definitive answer. It's opinionated. Just giving my 2 cents on it. I think both fights are good for the sport of boxing right now. And I understand why Anthony Joshua don't want to fight Wilder right now. And I understand it. It works for Wilder because maybe Wilder is as ready as it seems. And a lot of people feedback been on this page and different channels was the simple fact that Wilder needed a marquee victory. And he's tried before and people ignore it. He tried to fight Ortiz, Povetkin, who's going to come back later this month versus Christian Hammer to be the mandatory either for Joseph Parker or Anthony Joshua. Don't matter. We speak on that in a minute because it's going to be Anthony Joshua. But seriously speaking, I think Wilder needs this fight. Hopefully Ortiz test negative and don't do any dumb stuff this time, or report if he got to take something. People still gonna take away from him because they gonna say Ortiz is old or whatever. But a lot of people are gonna be pulling for Ortiz and saying Ortiz is gonna whoop Wilder. You're gonna have some people pulling for Wilder. So it's to me it's a closer, more competitive fight than Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker. Because most people feel that Joshua had passed the ultimate litmus test versus an aging Vladimir Klitschko, and that's public perception. And most people don't think a lot of Joseph Parker. He's just not excellent in one category. He's smaller. He's one of the younger heavyweights, but he is smaller. He's not the fastest. He ain't punched the hardest. He ain't powerful physically. He ain't the mental wizard, But it's going to be in front of 90,000 people in Cardiff, Wales, Principality Stadium. You don't get no better than that. Wilder and Ortiz might not do 10% of that. And that's factual. But we talking about what's going on in the ring, which one piques and intrigues me the most. I think Wilder and Ortiz, just for the simple fact that we haven't seen Wilder face anybody of Ortiz caliber yet. And Wilder seems to want it. And Wilder is a better showman than Joshua and Joseph Parker put together. He's going to talk. He has the look of a champion. He's starting to get the confidence of a champion. You can see the confidence build up from the Romain Stavern fight. Now, the Jared Washington fight, he was off from a long layoff and tearing his bicep and hurting his hand in one of those fights. I can't remember who it was. The ironic thing is that he fought with one arm, with a hand and a bicep, and Rigondeaux quit like that. And, Rigondeaux said before the fight in the co-feature, like I said again, the co-feature of Lomachenko's feature, that he's not a fighter. He don't love to fight. And I don't get that from Deontay Wilder. I think Deontay Wilder loves the contact. I think he loves to fight. Ortiz, he got something to prove. He's hell-bent on toppling the heavyweight division. Like Rigondeaux, most people think he's older than what he says it is. Most people saying Rigondeaux's like 47, 50. And I think Ortiz is right there with him. We don't know how old he is. A lot of people think he's aging. He hasn't been active. So this is a perfect opportunity for Wilder to beat Ortiz. But Ortiz is hungry. And you can never underestimate a hungry man who wants it so bad and that's been deprived of it for so long. So it's going to be an excellent fight. I think Parker and Joshua is going to deliver, in my opinion. It's funny how Wilder is letting Joshua collect all these belts. I know he tried to fight Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder, but it fell apart for the simple fact Parker missed one of the WBC Wilder random drug tests and never tried to come back and get ranked again. But that's going to be an interesting fight as well. But I'll just take Ortiz Wilder. Basically, it's in America. And basically, I think Ortiz has a better shot than Joseph Parker upsetting Anthony Joshua. Obviously, Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker are going to pull more numbers. Parker just fought in the UK, so he got some notoriety there. People know who he is. Of course, they're going to have more viewerships than Wilder or Ortiz. But I think Wilder Ortiz popped off November 4th. I think Wilder's career being a totally different place if he won. I think he would put himself in position to fight Joshua. I think Joshua wants to collect the 3 belts so he can have more of a bargaining chip against Deontay Wilder. I think Deontay Wilder should have at least went after one belt. But in my opinion, Wilder has the most important belt, being the WBC, and he has that working in his favor. But I like Ortiz and Wilder better than Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker. But I think they both good for the sport of boxing, both great for the heavyweight division. And let's see where they go from there. I like both guys. All four guys I have respect for. But it'd be nice if they kind of put them together and put them on the same card, co-feature one for American